Amendment 553, clerk will read.
On page 12, line 11
Last
of the
line.
striking, insert 402.
The gentleman from the 31st District to move adoption of the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move the adoption of Amendment 553.
It's been moved and seconded we adopt Amendment 553. Remarks, Representative Hurst.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, the intent of this legislation has to do with medical marijuana, getting people on a registry, having some clear lines, and my amendment to the bill, I think, will improve the bill by making those lines even more clear. If a person is on the registry, then they have not only the affirmative defense when they go to court, but also protection from arrest. What's the point of having a registry, Mr. Speaker, if we don't encourage people to use it? It serves no purpose. And if we give protections to people from arrest who are not on the registry, why have it at all? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. So what I'm saying is, let's go ahead and perfect this bill a little bit more, make it better. We'll say that all people can have this affirmative defense. So we're not taking something away with this amendment. Whether you're on the registry or whether you're not on the registry, you have the affirmative defense. That's a given. But if you really want to use medical marijuana, how hard is it to be on the registry? This will make it safer for people that use medical marijuana. This will make it safer for law enforcement. This will make it safer for the public at large. It will cause fewer conflicts. Now, I realize that some of the advocates may disagree and say, well, this is inconvenient. I don't know whether I want to be on the registry. There's privacy things here. But I would say that at some point in time, everybody's going to have to be on the registry to be able to have that arrest protection. And once again, not being on there does not take away, we're not taking away your affirmative defense in court, but at some point in time, we will get to the place as logical, sound public policy that you need to be there so law enforcement don't have this gray area. They can look on the registry and you're either there or you're not. How hard is that to do? Or, in the alternative, have police officers trying to decide about the integrity of the documentation that they're being provided. Is it authentic? Is it not? In the case of driver's licenses, let's do a comparison here. If I simply have a driver's license and it looks like it's not quite right, police are going to investigate. They're going to check to make sure that's a valid Washington driver's license. And if it's not, I'm not going to get the benefits of having the privilege to drive a car. Same thing with marijuana. We're creating this registry, but we also have the cards, not issued by the state, or in some cases, yes, but the person is going to say, here's my medical marijuana card. What if it's not valid? So I would say let's do the same type of thing. Let's trust but verify, Mr. Speaker. Let's have a logical way in which we can deconflict, make it safer for patients and safer for law enforcement. I would ask you to pass this amendment, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Further remarks? The gentleman from the 9th District, Representative Schmidt.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, we agree with this amendment, and we do think that it helps clarify, and we would support this amendment.
Thank you. Any further remarks? Gentleman from the 45th District, Representative Goodman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate the gentleman from 31st starting the conversation about the registry, and it's important to provide an incentive for people to get on this patient registry. But unfortunately, the amendment as written really moves us backwards even before this bill was introduced. It eliminates protections for those who aren't on the registry but do have the authorization from a doctor, not only from arrest but also from being put in jail and so forth. Very traumatic experiences for some of these patients. So I would recommend a no vote on this amendment because it does move us backwards and removes important protections for medical cannabis patients. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Any further remarks? Seeing none, the question before the House is adoption of Amendment 553. As many as in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. No. Division has been requested. The Speaker is about to open the roll call machine. Speaker has opened the roll call machine. Has every member voted? Does any member wish to change his or her vote? Speaker is about to lock the roll call machine. Speaker is really about to lock the roll call machine. Speakers lock the roll call machine. Clerk, announce the vote, please.
Mr. Speaker, there are 49 yea, 47 nay, 1 excused or not voting.
Amendments adopted.